Hello guys, welcome back to Programming Programmer. So today we are going to solve this problem called rearrange array alternately. So don't worry, I'll link this problem in the description box so you can easily find that there. So let's see what that problem is. So the problem is initially we are having an array. So let's assume we are having elements like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Now we need to rearrange that array in such a way that for the output array we are having the output like there will be alternating elements, and for alternating elements the rule will be let me show you what the output is, and you can easily get it. The rule would be, here I am having the maximum element, then minimum element, then second maximum element, then second minimum element, then again second maximum element. So we will follow this pattern. So what happened here is like first we will put this here, then we will put this, then we will put this. So you must get the pattern. Okay, so for the deep description of the pattern we are going to see the algorithm behind it. So our algorithm should run in order and time complexity as well as in order and space complexity for this approach. So let's see what our approach would be to solve this problem. So again I am going to make another array, and let's say that array is something like this: 1 2 3 then 4. Let's assume the array name is A. Now what we are going to do is we are going to make another array, and for another array we are going to see that that another array is having index like 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. Now what we need to do is we will run a for loop, and we will iterate over all the elements in our main array, and that for loop will run from I equal to 0 till I is less than n, and with a step of 1, that is I plus plus. So that for loop would look something like this. So this is how that for loop would run. And now what we need to do is we will check whether our I is odd number or an even number. Let's assume that our I is even number. Now for that we will do one more thing, that let's say we are having here some minimum element, so it will be x. So this variable will be x, and y variable would point toward the maximum elements index. Okay, now what I'm going to do is my I even? If my I is even, okay, to check I is even, I am going to mod it by 2, and if I mod 2 is equal to 0, then the I will be even. Now what I am going to do is I am just going to for I am just going to put here the maximum element, the element that y is pointing towards. So this element will be 4. Now I am going to decrement y by 1, so it will point towards 3 now. Now what I am going to do is I am just again going to go for another value of I, so I will be incremented by 1. Now I will be odd number. For odd number, what I am going to do is I am going to check whether for odd I, what I am going to do is I am just going to check what value is at x. Okay, what value x is pointing towards. Okay, so that value is 1. I'll just put 1 here. Now I am going to increment my x by 1. Now after incrementing, again I am going to check. Similarly my loop will follow up, and again my I is even, and for even I, what I am going to do is I am just going to check what y is pointing towards. So y is pointing towards 3. Now I am going to put 3 here. Then again similarly I will check what x is pointing towards. X is pointing towards 2. Now I will put 2 here. So it is a very basic approach. What the approach is, let me summarize it. We are going to check whether our I is even. If our I is even, I will check what is the value that is pointed by y. Okay, I'll just print that value at the place of I, and then I am just going to decrement y by 1. Similarly, if my I is odd, then what I am going to do is I am going to check what value x is pointing towards. So x will be pointing towards the minimum value in my array, and I am just going to print that value to the corresponding I, and after that what will happen, I'll just increment x by 1. Okay, so this is the basic breakup of this problem. I hope you can code it by yourself now. I recommend that you should code this problem by yourself for better understanding, and I'll also link my solution in the description box so you can easily proceed with that. Thank you.